Hey guys, what is going on? You are gaming with me, Brothgar, and I've got some big news for you. Also, E3 was last week, so I'm going to let you know what I think my favorite games of E3, or at least the games that I am most looking forward to. There's a lot of games coming out. However, that big news first. I have finally moved here in my life, I should say, to a position where I am actually house shopping now. I'm now going through the early stages of that process, and I got to admit, it is really quite exciting, and I'm looking forward to hopefully having a little bit more room so that you guys aren't like looking at this screen while I vlog and having it being awkwardly closely cropped, because I know I am like straight up in your face. No lie right there, but that is something I'm looking forward to. Like, the number one requirement I got for house shopping is how fast is the internet? Can I get like Google Fiber there? Because if so, I'm sold. At any rate, that is something that I have been saving up for years now, and I'm not quite as young as you might think I am if you don't know how old I am. I actually graduated college back in 2009, so this is something that I've been building and working towards for many, many years now. So hopefully that all goes well. Alright, now on to E3. I admittedly didn't actually pay that much attention to E3, mostly because I got a lot of stuff going on here in real life. But the games that actually spiked my interest that I've seen trailers for are these. Alright, so the games that I am most looking forward to. First and foremost, obviously, Battlefield Hardline. I am a big Battlefield fan. I've played all their games all the way back to 2142. Actually, I even played Battlefield 2 back in the day. Actually, I've played them all. So, I have played them all. So, I am definitely looking forward to another edition here of Battlefield. And you know what? It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a video that I kind of put up here of the beta test itself, and I'm looking forward to see what they will actually do with this game. It looks like the levolution and all that stuff is going to be taken up yet another notch of what it was in Battlefield 4. But at the same time, the game is really quite different and yet very much the same, which is pretty much what everybody's saying. So I'm done reviewing that. Another game that looks pretty awesome is Evolve, and that is just, I don't know, it just looks absolutely cool to play with friends, and not to mention, since I kind of have a group of friends that is 5 people, so it makes a lot of sense to jump into a game like that, and I think it'll be a whole lot of fun. I mean, the whole monster thing versus 4 human players, it could be pretty cool. That's why it sparked my interest. I don't know how much of longevity it has, but it looks like it could be a pretty competitive game, so definitely looking forward to that. Another couple of games that really caught my attention, obviously, is Far Cry 4, Assassin's Creed, and the next Batman game. They all look very awesome. They all seem to have a very strong franchise behind them, and they are all franchises that I have not ever explored before, despite having all the games of them anyhow. Just because, you know, the Steam Summer Sale does that to you, which is going to be coming up here very soon, so get your wallets ready and, you know, input your credit card and get all the games, and it usually is a good deal, but I don't know, we'll see. I usually try to give myself a limit to how much I'm going to spend. It's like $30-40, but you know, in the end, it's just kind of addictive, and then you never play the games anyhow, so I don't know, they get me every time. At any rate, one of those series I'm probably going to play through at some point here. Assassin's Creed is definitely looking quite attractive. My friends here have actually said, you know what, maybe you just want to start off with Assassin's Creed 2, because that seems like when they actually did everything right. But then, I don't know, Batman looks pretty cool too. At any rate, another game that actually looks pretty awesome that definitely caught my attention is No Man's Sky. Now that is kind of a different game, and I don't really know exactly where it's going, but it definitely caught my attention in its kind of vastness and uniqueness and explorative nature. Yeah, that's a lot of descriptive words that really don't mean much of anything, but that's kind of why the game caught my attention. So I'm looking to see where No Man's Sky kind of goes, and you know, how awesome that game could be. It could be completely awesome, or you could just kind of be the only person floating around in space. But at any rate, I'm looking to see where that game is going. So that pretty much wraps it up as far as E3 goes, but another series of games that I am definitely looking forward to is going to be Grid Autosport. As you can tell, I like my Grid games, or my Codemaster racing games, and you know what, Grid Autosports looks like it's going back to the original, fundamental, like, stuff that made Grid original good, and then didn't make Grid 2 all that attractive to those people who were really hardcore Grid fans, but you know, it was good in its own way. But it just looks like they've really done exactly what we wanted for the game, just made Grid bigger, better graphics, expanded on all that content, and, you know, kind of rewarded those for really who tried to drive in more of a simulator fashion. But at any rate, Grid Autosport looks absolutely awesome. So I'll definitely be giving that game a drive here really soon. Another game that I have recently gotten into, I know it's a lot of games, right, is Space Engineers. One of you guys, I don't know exactly who because the comment is way buried in a lot of history, is the Space Engineers. Now, I have actually been playing that game a little bit, building up some spaceships. The game is definitely in alpha, but seeing where it's actually gone here on YouTube and the fact that, you know, I can actually include you guys a lot in that content, looks like it could be a pretty successful series if I jump into that kind of game itself. So we'll see how that game actually goes, and I'll hopefully be posting a video of that here pretty soon once the schedule loosens up a little bit and I kind of move past, you know, that whole house shopping transition time, because, you know, I have no idea if I'm just going to be off the air for a couple of weeks as I kind of make that transition, but hopefully not, because I can hopefully will work a little bit ahead of schedule, but we'll see. At any rate, guys, that's all the stuff that is going on in my life and all the games that I am looking forward to here in the future. I mean, that might have been just the tip of the iceberg, but man, it's looking like this fall is going to be one awesome time for video games. So, at any rate, I will see you guys in the next game. Peace. Brothgar out.